Hi, my name is Grace Shalom Hopkins, and welcome to another episode of Spin Weekly. Yay! Today we are talking about how to spin two gradient bats together and still get a gradient or some other cool stuff like fractal. These two bats are by Spin Jones. I have left the names of their colorways with direct links to them down below, as well as a link to the unboxing that I did for these fibers. Uh-oh. Spin Jones is an incredible fiber artist out of the UK. I highly recommend you check her out. If you don't immediately see these yarns and the spinning video and fall in love and just go propose fiber marriage to her, I would be surprised. I mean, that's essentially what I did. I was like, woman, let me take all your fiber. Let me keep your fiber awesomeness for myself. And no, I just want to share it with everybody because that's the fun of being a maker. I mean, honestly, I was going with it to be dramatic, but then there's no fun in keeping it all to yourself. You want to share with your friends. So that's what we're doing. We're sharing with our friends. All right, I am going to turn on some music and we will spin these. As per usual, the in-depth voiceover for the fractal is available for Patreon patrons. There is links to that down below. I will see you on the other side. Okay, did you not just have like a puddle of drool under your face when you watched that? Like, hold up, majestic. So let's talk about the combo drafted first, because I think that one's coming first. At least that's the first that I actually spun. I rolled the bats together, as you saw. It went pretty well. I think you could have just as easily stripped them, so put them on top of each other and stripped them in lines and spun them that way end to end. But I didn't have any complaints with this one. Just the usual when you're combo drafting, sometimes it's a fight to keep it consistent. But again, I didn't think it was overly difficult. I thought it was a really great way to make an in-play, or like I did, a single double gradient. I thought the gradients matched really well, and it was a success all the way around. So I will put close-ups of this yarn here. The next one that I spun IRL, again, depending on editing, is the Ply Together. This was super straightforward. I did my gradient bat technique, which you can find in my book Batt, like the full written instructions for both of them, and then I just plied them together. Again, really excellent. The difference between this and the other one, obviously other than the plied aspect, is the colorway. I feel like there are a lot more strong separates. So you can strongly see the difference between the two colorways, and they're clearly merled together. Whereas the combo drafted is definitely more of a homogeneous, organic, single uniform kind of a thing going on. Again, I will insert pictures and then pictures of the two together, so that way you can compare and contrast side by side. Lastly on my wheel was the fractal spin, and this was definitely the piece de resistance of this spin. I actually debated leaving this its own video, and the Patreon voiceover is a separate video. I had so much to say that Bean. The baby's been moving the camera around, so hopefully it's focused. Anyway, it's a big spin, and I thought it went really well. Some of the things that I would change are, I think I would do the roll-ags and the roll-logs actually on a blending board, because with the faux log rolling that I did, I felt like I was fighting to keep the pieces together, and they like, whoa woman, what are you doing? She really wants to use the camera tripod as a walker. That's what we're fighting about right now. So I felt like the center was too hollow. The bottom colorway wanted to come up through the top, and it was just going to be way too heathered. Like, there wasn't a strong color A gradient, color B transition. It was just transition all the way through, and that's not what I was looking for. So I would recommend with an actual blending board. Also, I would recommend not letting your child think that the tripod is a walker, because you may never uncross that bridge. That bridge might just be there. It will haunt you forever. It will haunt you forever. Mwah. So, those are my thoughts. I thought it went really well. I am considering how I could create a mock-up of these samples, because I realized that it's going to be hard to fully grok how this works if you're not familiar with visualizing yarn. I will hopefully get back to you with something more consistent. One of the reasons I don't do swatches is because a lot of my colorways are really long game colorways. I can't just swatch a small square and be like, this is the colorway, because I've designed the colorway to stretch the entire skein of yarn. And this is a question and a complaint that I have been fielding since I wrote my first book, like years ago. But again, to reiterate, that's why I don't do that. But hopefully you will be seeing many of these yarns turned into woven projects. next year early when my mother is here. Alright, my human is melting down. The drama is mounting, so better sign off here. I really enjoyed this spin and this comparison, and I hope you will let me know which one was your favorite and how you would utilize them. Also, if you liked this video, hit the like button. And if you like these shenanigans, like my child causing problems over here in the fiber community world, trying to walk on tripods, hit the subscribe button, because that's what we do around here. Yeah, you. Also, as per usual, this is brought to you by our fabulous friends at the Patreon family. They make this boat float, and we love them. I will see you next time. Bye.